All right, looks like there's 4 people in there so far, 11, 22, it's all joining. Hey guys, let's just wait a little bit and see if we can get some, well, there's more people joining right now. So what I want you guys to do is on the lower right-hand corner where you go to chat, in the chat, there's a way for you to ask questions, as well as change that to where it says to panelists and attendees so that everyone can see it, all right? Or else no one will be able to see your text. Here, I've tested. There you go. I just chatted hi. All right. We're going to wait a little bit longer. Okay. Hello, everyone. Cognitive Fob. Kane Sanchez. What's up, Kane? Okay, so we still got more people loading. I'm just going to wait like one more minute, and then we're going to get started, okay? Evening, how you doing? All right, Cognitive Fog, change your thing to panelists and attendees. Elliot, do the same thing, please. There we go, Jimmy did it, okay. What's up, Alex? EUNO Gang, that's right. Juan Lopez, what's up? We got a bunch of people in here. Okay, a little bit, yep, players don't rush. You already know, PDR. We're gonna wait a little bit longer. What's up, Red Devil? A lot of familiar faces and a lot of new faces. A lot of you guys came from my Instagram. So just to give you guys a background, I created this crypto along with my team in June of 2018. It was launched on my brother's birthday. And since then, we've been doing a lot of development. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown and backstory on this. We're gonna get started, okay? So I'm an early adopter in crypto. I don't know if you would consider it super early, but I started in 2014. I was in finance. I was a finance manager at the time, and I was buying crypto, and my friends were saying I was stupid. Well, let's fast forward to 2017. And in 2017, I invested in a little coin called Verge, right before the verge of it blowing up, right? So I got into that, and then end of 2017, I pulled out a little bit in 2018, right before the bear market. So during that time, me and a bunch of friends that were in Verge that I met, shout out to Verge, thank you for that community and the lifelong friends I've created in that community space. We decided, hey, there's a lot of things that we do like about some of these coins and a lot of things that we don't like about these coins. And one of the main things that really stuck with me was, hey, these things are just like baseball cards, right? It's cool. You get to, collect them, you get to trade them, but they're not really anything that you can actually use on a day-to-day basis. So we set off to figure out, how can we solve this problem? How can we make it so that anyone and everyone could use crypto on a day-to-day basis? And that's how EUNO was born. We set off on the venture of creating the first cryptocurrency that was coupled with NFC technology to be able to be used on a day-to-day basis. Imagine being able to go to the gas station and just double tapping your phone, beep, right? And paying for your gas, paying for your groceries, paying for anything and everything on the fly without ever having to go to an exchange, transfer your EUNO from your wallet to that exchange it for BTC, or exchange it for USD or Euro or whatever your local fiat is. So with the tap of your device on a POS machine, what it would do is it would immediately render that merchant with their local currency. So there would be no back and forth, no waiting. It's instantaneous. So that's what we've been setting out for a long time now to figure out. And it's been a long journey of blood, sweat, and tears of trying to get there, right? I went through a divorce in the process. Now, keep in mind, I was working a job during the development of this where I would work 12 to 14 hours straight. And then I'd get home, I'd take a shower, I'd get a ball of ice, pour some scotch in there, and then I'd get back to work. I'd lock myself in my home office and get back to work. So lost a wife in the process, but it ultimately ended up a good thing, right? We've had team members come and go, and the core has stayed together. So I just want to let you know, a lot of people have questions on what crypto is and how they can get involved. I know you guys have seen a lot of the coins that are floating around these days that are just kind of named after animals or food or or a banana or some sort of dog, right? They have, yeah, poop coins, somebody said. So let's be honest, right? They have no utility. They have no plan. The white paper is just like, hey, we're going to get on crypto bets. And then, hey, we're going to grow our Telegram to 2,000 people. And then, hey, we're going to hold and moon. And every time somebody sells, you get more coins. It's completely deflationary. So those are what are called ERC20 tokens. They're based on somebody else's chain that is just, you know, a contract. You can actually make those in 5 minutes. I can make one as long as I put the parameters in. It's extremely easy. Now, EUNO, on the other hand, 2 minutes, yep. EUNO, on the other hand, is its own decentralized chain. So Bitcoin has its own chain, right? Ethereum is its own chain. Pivx, Monero, Dash. And then there's EUNO, has its own chain, okay? The cool thing, hey, Mike, what's up? There we go. If you guys have any questions, click the Q&A on the bottom, and I'll be happy to answer those questions. So, EUNO, it's its own chain. What that means is it's not piggybacked off of Binance chain or Ethereum or anything like that. Thanks for putting this on. Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely, Mr. Frangos. So it has its own chain, okay, with its own reward system. It's a POS and masternode system. With masternodes, what you do is all the transactions are straightened through the network going through those masternodes. So in order to create a masternode, you have to hold 8 million EUNO. While holding 8 million EUNO, you're strengthening the network and you're creating security for us, okay? With that said, when you do that, you're locking your coins up. Not forever, you can dismantle it at any time. Hey, what's up, Anwar? Love you, Habibi. Shout out to Anwar. So what happens is you lock up these coins and you gain rewards for helping out the network, okay? And there's that way you can gain rewards. There's also staking. In staking, what it does is it calculates the amount of EUNO you have in your wallet. And as they mature, typically I think it's within 36 hours, those coins are subject to rewards. So by strengthening the network again, you create rewards. You're garnered rewards. So that's how that happens. It is 10 hours. Thank you, Hank. So in 10 hours, the coins mature. All you have to do is hold them in your wallet for 10 hours and you start getting rewards. You don't have to wait for people to sell to get a reward or anything like that, right? So can you talk about the background of some of your developers? Absolutely. So some of our developers are all over the world. I have one in Bulgaria, one in Germany, one in Ireland, a couple in the Netherlands. You know how that goes. They all have worked, actually some of them actually work on full stack developing as their day job. Now, just to let you know, EUNO was not a coin that was an ICO. We didn't raise money. It wasn't crowdfunded. This is completely built off of our community and personal funding, right? Self-funded. So the team came together, put money that we've gotten from our day jobs, from other investments, and have funneled it into the development of EUNO, okay? So back to the chain, right? It is something that we developed in 2018, and it was a fork of another coin. And then fast forward through a bad bear market, right? Developing a mobile wallet, upgrading our website, doing giveaways and developments and stuff like that. We partnered up with a big company that needed for us in our grand vision for us to have EUNO Pay go live. We have to have higher transactions per second, a newer blockchain that's not based on legacy technology. So what we had to do is in our governance room, we have a room. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. So governance is a room of individuals that have masternodes. If you hold a masternode, you get a vote. It's kind of like a democracy, right? It's kind of like a government, but it's called governance. You get one vote per masternode that you own. So let's say you own 2, you get 2 votes, 3 votes, 1 vote. So somebody proposes something to do with EUNO, and then you vote with the amount of masternodes you have. So we needed, with a partner, we knew that we needed something that had more transactions per second, and that had a more stable, newer blockchain that was an old style Bitcoin core, old school stuff, right? That was fast, that was going to be reliable, and that was going to be safe. So what we did is we had a vote on different scenarios and outcomes of the reward system, and we decided that we wanted to fork a coin called Pivx, which is secure, it's fast. We put all of our specifications in there that we needed for our chain, and we forked that chain. We did a swap, so users that had EUNO got the new chain, and that was how we did that. So now we're on the new chain, the brand new chain, and this is finally where the magic happens. In 2020, a lot of stuff happened for us, good and bad, with the pandemic, right? But can someone send me a link to the governance room so I can sign up? Elliot, yeah, go to Telegram. There, actually, he just set you up. Signup.euno.co. So what's going to happen now, 2021, in the next few weeks, we're going to be partnering up with a company called Banks. Now, just to give you a quick background on Banks, it is a company that is based in the UK. And I don't know if you guys know this Grammy-nominated artist named Akon. If you know Akon, just go ahead and drop a 1 real quick in the chat. Let me see if there's anyone who knows who Akon is. 1, okay, 1. All right, a bunch of people are dropping ones. Okay, so apparently everyone knows who Akon is. Make sure that you change. There we go. It's coming, man. It's coming. Make sure that you change the comments, Anwar, to not just panelists, that says panelists and attendees, because only I can see your comments. There's a couple of you guys. Rick Verzu, same thing. Hank Van Dijk, same thing. A bunch of you guys. Suleiman, panelists, you need to change it to attendees, because right now it's going crazy with the ones. Anyway, long story short, Akon, he has kind of moved away from music and into philanthropy. With that being said, he wants to give back to people. He was able to raise $6 billion, yes, with a B, $6 billion to create this futuristic city called Akon Land. And what it's going to do, it's in Senegal. What it's going to do is it's going to be like a downtown, completely self-sufficient running city, futuristic city that only accepts the currency that he created called Acoin. Okay. Now, with Acoin, you're going to be able to go up to a terminal and pay in that city. Okay, only in that city. Well, Akon struck up a deal with this company called Banks to kind of handle all their payment processing. Well, that's who this guy was able to strike up a deal with to do the same thing. So for our European and Asian market, Indian market, we have Banks that's going to help us out with the payment processing. What does that mean? It means that you guys are going to have debit cards, real life debit cards, not like those Instagram or Facebook ads that you get that say, oh, reserve your card now. And then fucking 3 years later, you still don't have your card. This is a legit debit card that will be in your hand in 12 weeks. Okay. Call them out in 12 weeks. Guys, this is not something that is like a small, minuscule deal. This is a huge deal for not only, but for fintech in general. Like, this is a real life use case. Imagine what I said, going to the store and being able to pay with EUNO on the fly. This is a reality. This is becoming a reality, okay? So in 12 weeks, you'll have a debit card. In that debit card, we're also gonna have an app that is gonna be created by Banks in tandem with our development team that will allow you to use NFC to do ePay, right? So it's going to be kind of the same thing. India needs EUNO, yes they do, and EUNO needs India. So it's a match made in heaven. Well, with that being said, that's where we're headed, right? We're headed there. Also, we just released a new website. If you want to check it out, it's EUNO.co. EUNO.co. Check it out. There's information there. There's a lot of different things that you can see there, articles on us, as well as our latest software and development, and where to buy. So a lot of people were asking in my DMs, where can I buy? Where can I buy? Where can I buy? Currently, we're on Stex.com. It's a small exchange that is actually very, very impressive. Hold on, sorry, Stex.com. And then we're also on Hit BTC. We were on another exchange, but that is not, it's down right now. So I suggest you use these two. If you're in the United States, you can use Stex.com. It's that first one. Okay, so Stex.com. And then the second one is Hit BTC. Okay, that is a huge exchange. It's based out of Europe and is available to everywhere around the world except the United States, of course, right? So Stex.com for the United States. Anyone outside the US is Hit BTC. Now back to EUNO, okay? So we have partnered with a company that is going to allow POS systems across North America, South America, across the world. It's one of the biggest companies in the world to allow POS system settlements. So what that means is, like I was saying, EUNO Pay is going to change the way you pay for stuff. Okay, it's incredible in an ever evolving society where pandemics are rising and people are getting sick and people are scared and there's Karens and Kevins walking around with masks on, driving their cars by themselves. We need to be careful and mindful of what we're touching and how we're touching, right? We're not going to have to worry about that because it's going to be the first contactless payment solution for crypto to fiat, local fiat currency. Okay, so that is what EUNO aims to do, and we're actually doing it finally. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I've invested in a lot of projects that have created a lot of hype behind them. They've hired influencers to promote. They've paid for different shout outs on Reddit. All types of different things, right? Now, I just want to tell you one thing, right? We do have a marketing plan. It is going to be absolutely incredible, but I do want to tell you that our marketing plan is based on an actual use case, based on something that is tangible, based on something that is not in a far distance of development. It's based on something that you will actually be able to use in the next couple months. So with that being said, I wanted to answer any questions that anyone had. If you want to go ahead and go to the Q&A section and type some questions, or in the comments, I'm more than happy to answer them. Another thing that I wanted to educate you guys is on tokenomics. So a lot of these coins that are out there, EUNO fan, all right? A lot of these coins, Poppy, what's up? There's a lot of these coins out there that are just huge max supplies. And I hate to say it, are shit coins, right? There's actual data and planning behind EUNO's development. Okay, so I want to explain something to you guys, because a lot of people are telling me, a lot of friends too, they want to invest. I have a friend who wants to invest $100,000, but he's having a hard time putting that $100,000 into Stex. And you have to verify KYC. I do understand, guys, it is a big problem. The barrier of entry into this coin is kind of rough. We're looking at different options to a debit card, like where you can pay with a credit card or debit card gateway directly into EUNO. Also, we are pending a listing on Coinbase as well. So that will ease the entry curve for a lot of people that are in here. Yes, I know it is a pain. Aaron, what's up? Shout out to Aaron. Thank you for joining. So what I wanted to tell you is, I'm not here to sell you on the upward potential, but just think about this. If you put $1,000 into Bitcoin, and I don't even know what Bitcoin's price is right now, it might be 39,000, it might be 46,000. Let's just say for the sake of argument, it's 50,000. You put $1,000 into Bitcoin at $50,000. For you to double your money, where does Bitcoin have to go? It has to go to $100,000, 36,000, 35K. Yeah. So what that means is the market cap would literally have to double for you to make $1,000. Okay. Now, UNO is sitting at a sub penny right now. It's at 3 Satoshis, 2 Satoshis. Now, for those of you that don't know, instead of cents that the US dollar is, is rated at, it's Satoshis, because Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin and we're traded against Bitcoin. So there's 8 digits, right, to the right of the decimal point in Bitcoin. So right now, one Bitcoin is $35,000, right? Now, if you were looking to get into, UNO, it is 0.000000003 Satoshis each UNO. Okay. Now, what that means is for it to get to zero, it's only got 2 more steps down. For it to get up, it has that upward potential. Now, guys, I don't need to tell you what is a good buy, what is a bad buy. You know what a good deal is. A good deal is when what? Value exceeds price. Now, I don't have to sell you on what UNO is and what it's capable of. What I do want you to do is make an educated decision. Go to the website, check out our white paper. That's another thing. Look at our white paper. It gladly lays out everything that we are achieving and how we're going to achieve it. Look at that. Look at our roadmap. Look at what's happening, and you'll see that it is something that you definitely are going to want to be a part of. Okay. Now, sure, crypto is something that is extremely volatile, right? This isn't financial advice. Everyone says it. Everyone's guru or overnight crypto trader tells you, oh, it's not financial advice, right? But I will tell you this. I'm only in 2 coins right now, and one of them is UNO, and the other one is Bitcoin. Why? Because fundamentally, I believe in Bitcoin, and I definitely believe in UNO. So I ride the roller coaster with grace. You know what I mean? The up and downs don't really affect me. I've been through a lot of nasty losses and a lot of great gains. But overall, I see the vision. It's clear, and we're hiking up that mountain pretty damn good. So, any questions? Oh, I see a bunch of questions. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get to the questions. Let's get to them here. Okay. Can you walk us through a use case? Say I want to buy some bread at the store. How would I do that with UNO? Okay, so you want to buy bread at the store. Let's answer that live. What you're going to do is you're going to go about your business. You're going to go to the grocery store, whether it's AJ's, Safeway's, Albertsons, Lucky's, whatever it is, right? You get all your food. Imagine walking up to the front, and it's time to put your thing on a thing. The lady starts scanning it, beep, beep, beep. And this is what you're going to do. This is all you're going to do, right? You're going to open your UNO app, your EUNO Pay app, and you're going to double tap, and it's going to pop up with your wallet balance. It's going to show you how much UNO you have and how much the charge is. You're going to tap accept, send transaction, and you tap. What it's going to do is it's going to convert that UNO that you have in your wallet into local fiat. So the merchant will think that you're just using Apple Pay or Google Pay or Android Pay. And the merchant is actually going to just receive US dollars or euros or Iraqi dinar or whatever it is that your local currency is. That's how easy this is going to happen. That's how easy it should be. Look, my dream is not, and my vision is not for, the techie nerds like myself, or the Redditors or the Discord guys, or all the TG, the Telegram players to be able to use crypto. I mean, we use crypto, we find a way, right? My goal is for your grandma to use crypto, okay? That's when the magic happens. That's when you're in control of your own finances. And that's what we're gonna do. So that's how easy it is. You walk up to the counter, you pull up the wallet, you, put in the amount, you double tap, like you just send transaction, that's it. As soon as this is close enough to the POS terminal, it should pop up. We're gonna have it set so that it automatically pops up on your screen and says, hey, do you wanna pay this much? And or cash, and you'll be able to pick. Okay. Is it possible that banks auto-load rewards from Masternode to your bank card? Hey, Hank, that's a great question. So his question is your Masternode rewards that you're getting multiple times a day, is it possible for those rewards to be auto-loaded onto your bank's account for everyday spending? That's something I'm going to have to get with banks on. Let me write that down. That is something I'm going to have to get with banks on, and it should be an easy code. We figured out how to get all your Masternode rewards into one place, all your stake rewards into one place. So this should be something that's pretty simple. All we'd have to do is just automatically send it to that address that you use for your bank's account. Okay, there you go. So that should be easy. What is your biggest goal to reach with EUNO? Okay, so my biggest goal to reach with EUNO is not a monetary goal. I know a lot of people that join crypto, they do it for the financial gain, for the possible of being rich and going to the moon and driving a freaking Lambo. Now, guys, that is all great. That is a byproduct, right? That is a byproduct of what's going to happen. So my end goal with EUNO is to be able to create EUNO Pay that everyone uses. And not only that, but open the gateway for other cryptocurrencies eventually to be able to do the same thing. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like coming up with an idea and having a bunch of people steal it. So this is what is going to happen. EUNO Pay will come out and it's going to be exclusive for EUNO. Then after, we're going to incorporate what is going to be called EUNO Pay Plus. What that's going to do is people that are going to want to list their coin to be able to be spent using our gateway process are going to have to pay an upfront fee plus a charge per transaction. That charge per transaction will be divided amongst all of the Masternode holders. All of the Masternode holders. So if you hold a Masternode, you're still going to be gaining money from rewards as well as fees from other coins. So that's just a small token of appreciation for all of the people that have been riding with us through thick and thin. And, you know, if you hold a Masternode, I remember at one point Masternodes were only like $80 or $150. And now I think they're close to $15,000 or $20,000 a piece. So thank you for holding and for believing in the team and believing in our community. So that is my biggest goal, is to reward our community who has been with us since day one, and to make EUNO Pay an actual reality where people are just, it's a household name. Not because I don't care about me becoming famous. I don't care about that. Trust me. What I care about is being able to pass something on in the fintech industry that will live on forever. That's my goal. Here we go. Next question. Will the conversion be instantly, or will you have to wait a little bit of time? Ruben, it's going to be instant. So it's not going to be something where you have to wait for, 2 minutes or whatever. That would be kind of awkward. Imagine going up to the store, you're at the Nike store and you go to buy some shoes and it's time to pay and there's a long line on a Saturday afternoon and you're paying and then you have to wait and wait and wait and wait and people are looking at you like you're broke or something, or like, whoa, what's going on with this card? You know, that it's not going to be like that. It's going to be instantaneous. So that is something that you can put your head on a pillow and rest easy, that it is going to be easy peasy. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Should I stake half EUNO and hold the other half? So an anonymous attendee, should I stake half EUNO and hold other half EUNO? I don't know what he means by that. I think he means, should I stake half and then do Masternode on the other side? You can. A lot of users do that. A lot of users have Masternodes that gain rewards as well as staking, like that's their play money that they move around and stuff like that. You can do that. You would have to run another instance of the wallet, which is completely possible. If you need help with that, make sure that you visit our Telegram room. Okay, our Telegram room is the official EUNO Telegram. Go to our website, euno.co, and go down to the bottom. There's a little Telegram emblem, excuse me. Click that, join the room, and What I want you to do is when you join the room, tag me. Ping me to do that is at EUNO1. That's my at. Ping me and I'll help you out with that process if you need help, as well as give you a little tip. So I can give you some free EUNO. Any of you guys who are not in the Telegram room, what I want you to do is join Telegram if you are not a member and go to our EUNO room and tag me. If you tag me, I'll make sure that I tip you some free EUNO. I'll give you some free EUNO to start off, okay? Chupapi. Anyway, I appreciate that. Let's go to the next question. How will EUNO be transferred to the local currency of the vendor? What fees are associated with EUNO and purchasing something? So there's a main partner that's going to help us with fees. And then there's also banks. Banks is going to be for one part of the world. And then the US based partner is going to help us with North America, South America, and everywhere that banks fall short. Okay. Actually kind of the other way around. With that being said, the fees are going to depend on where your geolocation is physically when you go to make the purchase. In some areas, it's going to be a fraction of a percentage. And then in some areas, it's going to be 1%. But typically, the charges are about 3%. And that is a normal everyday type deal. That gets passed on, okay? So you're not going to have to worry about that. It's all going to be dependent on where you are geographically, and more info will come out as it becomes more available. Let's see. Hi, Tino. Are the app working or are the developers in the testing phase? Regards, Thomas G. So Thomas, in the past, we created a Android wallet as well as a iOS wallet. Now, currently, well, the Android wallet still works. All we have to do is attach the new chain to it. That was based on the old chain, okay? So if you do go to the Play, hey guys, do not go to the Google Marketplace and download the app. It says it's got disclaimers all over the place. You will lose your coins, okay? It's an old chain. It's attached to the old chain, okay? Now, we are developing the new app, as well as both partners are developing apps. Now, the main partner here in the United States is going to develop a native app for iOS and Android. And the other partner that's based in the UK is developing an app as well. They're both native apps. Now, what's going to happen is once this app will launch before this app, for sure, this is the UK banks one, will be available in Android and iOS flavors. So you can pick your poison, right? Now, once this in the United States goes live, this one will be tied into this. So this person can use this app here in the United States. And if they travel here to Europe, it would, using geolocation, know that, hey, I'm going to use the back end for the Europe side instead of the US side. So it will all work in synchronization to better work, to flow. That's a word, yes, it is. Okay, let's see. Aaron, do you think if a good amount of people get into EUNO, you would do weekly or bi-weekly Zoom meetings? Yeah, I would. Not so much a webinar like this, but a bi-weekly Zoom where all the windows are there and we can all talk to each other. I've done it in the past with my community. I would do that, yeah. So I was talking to some of the community members, the Masternode governance members, and I was saying, hey, like if this takes off, I will do a bi-weekly Zoom call to help people get into it. Now, this has opened my eyes to a lot, just, off the cuff, creating this webinar, that there's a lot of people that support the project, and not only the project, they support me personally and are willing to invest their time, money, sweat equity into anything I'm working on. So the problem lies in the barrier of entry. So I am reaching out, and I have reached out to a couple of places already. This happened just last night, to be able to, pull up with a credit card and pay online and get EUNO to your wallet. You put the address that you want EUNO, like you put your wallet address in there, you pay with your card online, and that service will send you EUNO to your wallet. So yeah, the barrier of entry needs to be fixed. And like I said, with Coinbase launching that, that would fix that barrier of entry for a lot of people, because most people buy crypto on like Robinhood, Coinbase, Cash App and things like that. Okay, let's see another question. Okay, I answered that one. Let me see. Okay, here's a good question. Here's a great question. Rutger Odin, thank you for joining us. Max supply is 8 billion coins. Correct, which is not a lot, guys. Do some research. Currently, supply market is 6.2 billion. What happens now with the 1.8? Funding for the team? Absolutely not. Here's the good thing about this. Like I said, we are completely self-funded. We haven't taken a penny from anyone, and we've been spending out of pocket. I'm sure you guys know that HitBTC is a major player when it comes to crypto and exchanges. It costs a pretty penny. Now, luckily for me, I'm a master negotiator, so I did negotiate the price down quite handsomely. But let me tell you, these exchanges charge upward of $300,000 plus just to be listed. Okay, so that 1.8 billion coins that remains to be circulated, that is something that will come as rewards. So over the time, the way a blockchain works is every 2 minutes, or depending on the parameters of the coin, let's say 2 minutes, every 2 minutes, a new block is formed. So it goes, boop, here's a block. It has all the instructions for transactions here. This person wants to send money to here. This person wants to send money here. That's in that block, right? And in that block houses a reward. So in order for the POS and the masternodes to figure out the computational, to solve the computation to be able to create another block, they do that with what is called hash power, but we're not mining. So every block creates new rewards. Now, once this block has all these instructions for these transactions, a new block is created on top after 2 minutes, every 2 minutes. Now, here has new instructions. Now, the people that are holding masternodes and staking get a share equally of these rewards, okay? So every 2, and then the next block, then the next block. Each one has what is called emissions, okay? Not nocturnal for some of you dirty minds out there, but they do emissions and they give out rewards. Those rewards are for strengthening the network and allowing it to be able to create new blocks. So those rewards are distributed to masternode holders and stakers. That's how that works. So yeah, no team fund, no team wallet. There's no possible way there's a rug pool or whatever you guys are doing these days. I know that's like the hottest thing with these shit coins, rug pooling, right? They say, oh, buy this coin, and they fucking hoard a big chunk of it, and then they end up selling it. Excuse my language. I just get really pissed off when I talk about stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, self-funded, no ICO, no nothing like that, no crowdfund. So yeah, that 1.8 billion will come as rewards to the community or anyone who holds EUNO. Okay, let's see if there's any more questions here. Okay, how long do you reckon it will take? Reckon, damn, real Western of you. How long do you reckon it will take till this is up and running and fully functional in regards to EUNO Pay? So with that partnership with banks, it should be 12 weeks. 12 weeks. Now, let me tell you, this onboarding process is like none other. It's not like we're partnering up with, your local coffee shop or some mom and pop's establishment. Like, this is a truly vetted company, right? They partnered with Acoin and Acon. So they've been doing an extensive background check on the team members, doing KYC, auditing everything to make sure that everything's on the up and up. There's no fishiness, funny business going on. And it is a process. It is a process as far as the onboarding goes. But we're almost done with that. And then from there, it should take a total of 12 weeks. And that's worst case scenario is what they told me. So I'd rather tell you guys 12 weeks and it happened in 8 weeks than to tell you, 8 weeks and then there's a snag and it turns into 12 or 10. So yeah, from start to finish, you'll be able to actually use, Pay and EUNO within 12 weeks. Okay. Let's see. Any more questions? I think I answered a bunch of them. Yep. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Done, done, done. Give me a second. I'm clearing out these questions I answered. Boom. Okay. So 14 answered questions. All right. Let's see if there's any more. If you guys have any more questions, put them in the chat or put them in the Q&A section. Let's see. Sick, Wolfie. Free EUNO to start off. Yes, I'll give you free EUNO if you join our Telegram. If somebody can drop the Telegram link in the comments, I would be greatly appreciative of that. So how soon will it be on a platform? So it's already tradable. It's publicly tradable. You can get it, like I said, on stex.com as well. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for that. Red. There is the link. Zealous, thank you. Yahweh. There is the link to the Telegram room. So what I want you to do is click on that, join the Telegram room. Suresh, thank you. Join the Telegram room and ping me. My @ is, all you have to do is in that chat, verify you're a human and type this in, @UNO1, and I will be summoned like a genie from a lamp. I'll come in and I'll give you some EUNO for free, okay? Just to get you rolling. So that's what that is. Any other questions? Anyone? Simplex. So Simplex is, that is a provider that we can look into using that charges debit card to be able to buy crypto directly. Yep. You're absolutely right, Kendall. I might have missed it, but how much is the coin? And so can somebody put what the coin is? Jimmy, you already have too much, bro. Can somebody put in the comments down there what the price is of EUNO in US dollars right now? It's extremely, extremely low right now. There you go, $0.0023. Okay, what that means is, here, let me just tell you real quick. Let's go to CoinGecko, and we're on CoinMarketCap. We're on CoinGecko, and like I said, I had an event that I was at last weekend with over 700 people, and there was I was in the green room in the back. Actually, it's at 0.001 because of Bitcoin tanking. It's currently at 3 Satoshis. So let's say you wanted to invest $1,000. For $1,000 right now, you would get 920,810 coins. So 920,000 for every $1,000 right now if you wanted to buy EUNO. So I met some people, they're friends that I met through real estate and through the day job over the years, and they want to invest $100,000, this person, just themselves, and they're having a hard time getting it there. So I'm going to help. If any of my friends out there want to invest in EUNO, I can help you set it up. I'm completely verified, and you know who I am, you know where I live. Like, it's nothing like that. I can broker the deal for you if I know you, if we're friends and stuff like that. So 8640 for a masternode. That is awesome. I remember a masternode was like $150 at one point, and then it got as high as $20,000 or $25,000 for a masternode. So guys, the upward potential for this coin is astronomical. I don't have to tell you that. It's 1/100th of a penny right now. Once okay, so somebody asked, once EUNO Pay begins to allow payments with other coins like BTC, what makes EUNO Coin unique? Okay, so what makes EUNO Coin unique is its ability to pay extremely fast, plus it becomes a store of value. So right now, everything's based on Bitcoin, right? Everything's traded against Bitcoin. Everything's, this paired against Bitcoin. Eventually, everything will be paired against EUNO because it will be the new, big stick walking dude because it has a use case, right? And the value will go up. I mean, with supply and demand, I don't have to show you basic economics. So what will make it unique is having the EUNO Pay Plus wallet. You'll get fees just for holding EUNO, just for using it, for holding it. I'm at the point right now where when people are like, oh, can you pay me this much EUNO? I'm like, no, dude, I want to pay you in dollars, because to me, EUNO is worth more than dollars. So that's what will make it special, is the reward system you will get. That's that. Hank, what time frame do you think of onboarding Coinbase? So Coinbase has been backed up. Okay, as a lot of you guys may know, they were working on an IPO. They got that finished. Dogecoin was backed up for, I think, 3 months. 3 months. So we've been backed up for a while. They're slowly getting through it. They've become quite relaxed with listings. A lot of people ask the question like, why EUNO? Why EUNO? It's not the old days, right? Now they look at a couple things. They look at trade volume, and they look at things like use case. Is it something that is a project that is a legit project that will have real life use case? So that answers that. What happened? What remote? Oh, it will always create one reward per block minimum. Let's see. Okay, because BTC is on downtrend right now and have to transfer BTC to buy EUNO, should I wait for BTC to bounce back up before I buy EUNO? No. Okay, so this is how it works. Let me explain it. His question is, since Bitcoin is on a downturn, should I wait to buy Bitcoin when it bounces back up before I buy EUNO? No. The way it works is you're looking at Bitcoin as a Bitcoin against the US dollar, right? That's completely wrong. This is one thing that has helped me a lot with the roller coaster of crypto. 1 Bitcoin equals what? Can somebody put that in the chat? What does 1 Bitcoin equal? Somebody please answer that question for me in the chat. Absolutely. Okay, Alex, no. Cognitive Fog, Elliot, Kane. Okay, so Kane and Alex are correct. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. It's always going to equal 1 Bitcoin. It's never going to move. Okay. So the moment that I started realizing that if my 30 Bitcoin goes down to $500 a piece, well, guess what? Yes, I have less unrealized gain, but I still have 30 Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? So since EUNO is traded against Bitcoin in Satoshis at 3 Satoshis, if you buy Bitcoin at $1,000 a Bitcoin, you're still going to get the same amount of EUNO. If you buy Bitcoin at $50,000, you're still going to get the same amount of EUNO. So what I would suggest is if you do want to buy EUNO, you should definitely buy Bitcoin right now and buy EUNO since it's low, just in case it bounces back up. If it bounces back up, it's going to cost you more. Each EUNO is going to go up in US dollar price. It's not going to go up in Satoshi, but it's going to go up in US dollar price. Does that make sense? Because it's traded against, if Bitcoin is traded against US dollars, the price of 1 Bitcoin goes up, but it's still a Bitcoin, just the price of it. Now, Bitcoin is traded against EUNO, it's always the same. Does that make sense? So you can always get the same amount of Bitcoin, or excuse me, of EUNO with the same amount of Bitcoin, as long as the price of EUNO doesn't go up or down, right? So if you are thinking of buying EUNO and you want to buy right now, do not stop yourself because you want to wait for the price of Bitcoin to go up. That's the wrong answer. You're going to get less EUNO if you do that. The lower you buy Bitcoin, $500 will go a lot further and you'll get more EUNO for your $500. Does that make sense? Cool. Okay. Let's see. How do I join Telegram again? On EUNO.co. Can somebody drop that link one more? Here, I got it. Let me copy and paste it. Somebody's asking how do they join Telegram. I'm going to drop this link for you. It's something right here. Oh, there it is. There it is. Just go ahead and click on that link and it'll take you to Telegram, our Telegram room there. I think we have like 8,000 or 9,000 followers in there. They're active community members that are dying to help you get your hands on EUNO and dying to help you navigate your way through our universe. We are a tight-knit community. It is a family. Here's a cool thing about our community, right? You join a lot of these coins and you don't really know who the people behind them are. You don't really know who can help you and who cannot help you. You're always worried, are they going to exit scam? Are they going to take off? Well, I'm not going anywhere. A lot of you guys know who I am. Like, you know, my name is up there. Everyone's doxed me and found my phone number and my, you know, address. I meet with you guys. I meet with some of the community members, and on a monthly basis. Like I meet you guys physically and go out for drinks and dinner and stuff like that. So rest assured that this is a real project. It's not something that you're going to lose your ass off based on somebody leaving or exit scamming. So that's what that is. Here, let me see this. That's how you join the Telegram. Absolutely. We are always looking to help people out. What are some of the low and high price projections for based on available supply? So guys, that's something I don't like. Me and my team don't really like talking about is price predictions because it puts you in like a trick bag, right? I can say it's going to go to $1, and then people are going to be like, "Hey, why isn't it $1?" Or I can say it's going to go to 30 cents, and people are going to be like, "Oh, why isn't it going to $10?" You know what I mean? It's always like, you can. It's just, I can tell you, I'm partnering with Jesus Christ. And you say, why don't you partner with God? You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So let me tell you something. At 3 Satoshis, this is a graph 0 to 100, right? 100 being the top of my cap right here. And down here, right under EUNO is 0. We're at 3, okay? So here is 2, 0, right? Or here's 2, 1, 0, and then here's 100. So if we're at 3, here's 100. I mean, it's one of those things, right? As far as price prediction goes, it's supply and demand. It's the price is going to be whatever someone's willing to pay for it. But on the flip side of that is that it has a real use case. It is going to be widely available, and with supply comes demand. And with high demand, there's going to be scarcity, low supply. So yeah, you can kind of do the math there. Let's see what's another question. Okay, so I answered that question. Let's see. 3 Satoshis is eating on stacks during Zoom. I can't see the thing, but guys, like I said, if you are serious about crypto, you're serious. You're not just looking to get into a pump and dump and try and get in and get out. Like some of these coins they're crazy. I don't want to name them because I don't want to start some freaking online beef with some crypto coin. But guys, just do your due diligence, right? If everyone's jumping off the bridge, it doesn't mean you have to jump off. You can go to the bridge, have a drink, and then leave. You know what I mean? Catch my drift. But you don't have to follow the herd. You know what I'm saying? And it is something that has a use case. So let's see what the next thing is. What will make the rise of EUNO a success? As in, what will be different in EUNO's approach to getting the masses? Okay, so yeah, here's the cool thing. In my day job, I've learned a lot. I learned a lot working with a nationally known real estate company, right? So we do education as well. And I've learned a lot about marketing, working closely with world-class marketers and marketing firms. So how will EUNO be different? With a marketing budget, we're going to do a huge marketing push once EUNO Pay goes live, to the fact of SMS campaigns, direct mail, all types of different campaigns that are different, billboards for the hot cities. It's going to be a huge marketing push that you've never seen in crypto before. Not your typical coin market cap banners and shit like that. Here's the difference, guys. Like, we got to stop thinking so small. A lot of people just start thinking, how can this is the crypto sphere, right? These are all the fucking little ants in crypto. Everyone's like, how can I get people to invest into our crypto from this crypto, the pie? You start looking at the dominance charts and you say, how can I get everyone from this slice of the pie to EUNO slice? Dude, I don't care about that pie. That pie is the people, the nerds like you and me. What we need to look at is not the pie, but the bakery, right? Everyone that's not in crypto. Only 1% of the world is in crypto. Actually, it's probably 0.25% or some stupid small statistic, excuse me, Guru Grill, small statistic. So for us, it's how do I get everyday people to use crypto? That's what I'm targeting, everyday people. And how do you do that? With reward system. Why wouldn't they use $1, right? Rewards. We have to give them rewards, cash back, different incentives to incentivize people to actually use it. Because guys, the days of just using crypto to buy drugs online or counterfeit money or things like that, I mean, that's great and all if you're into that stuff. But I want to use crypto to pay my bills, to pump my gas, to transfer, to give people gifts. That's what I want for it. And that is what's going to be the difference in approaching the masses. Okay. Since there are other coins with a nice use case in, yeah, those other coins with nice use cases that didn't make it, didn't come to fruition. There was another company that was one of our main competitors at the time, during our developments, and what their thing was is, hey, I'm going to create a POS system that you'll be able to pay in your crypto and they get US dollars or currency. It's all fine and dandy, but think about it this way. If you're a merchant, you're a family owned business or a local business, and I come up to you and you see me, and even if I'm in a suit, no tattoos, and I just walk in and I'm like, hey dude, you know, there's a crypto's the future. Let's say you own a furniture store, for example. And I go to your furniture store and I'm like, hey dude, crypto's the future. You want to accept crypto, you're going to gain more traction. More people are going to want to buy your furniture store, yada, yada, yada. At that point, it's kind of like a novelty, right? It's something it's a cool bar trick, but it's not something that's going to be massively adopted. So what this company did is they got POS systems that were Android based and they side loaded, it's called side loading, an APK, which is the application file for Android. So it's an Android based POS system. They put the app on there, side loaded the app, and then it's just a wallet. So it's a mobile wallet on a POS system. That's cool, but you know what I have to do? I have to convince every business owner to let them spend money on a more expensive POS system, and they have to allow me to connect my computer and sideload an APK into their platform. Or I have to tell them, hey, you got to order this POS system and you got to pay us X amount of dollars to rent it a month if you don't want to pay up front. And that's something that like is an inconvenience, and most people wouldn't adopt it just because people don't like change, right? Most people don't like change. Nerds like us, we love it, we embrace it, but most people don't, especially business owners, older school people that aren't like, tech progressive and stuff like that. They don't really want that. They don't like to tinker with stuff. They just want it to work and that's it. So this is a solution for that, for sure. Let me see. Great risk reward. Yeah, the upward swing potential is just astronomical. We are here for EUNO Pay. Yes, freaking awesomeness. It's too good to have EUNO Pay around. Yeah, let's be honest, man. It is the future. I got some more questions in here. Okay, so there will be. Can you tell more about the big marketing after listing our partner? Yep. Okay, so there will be a huge marketing push. There will be a marketing campaign that will go live with banks. They can't, and I'll probably get in trouble for this, but they're not going to officially announce until, you guys see some of their members and some of their team in our chat quite often, right? They're excited about our project as we are excited about partnering with them. But they're going to officially announce. I got in trouble last time for that article announcement, but they're going to officially announce once we onboard completely and start the actual, technical process. So they're going to start a marketing push during that time, and then of course during listing that will kind of pump itself. So as far as marketing, once listing happens, we will announce the major partner. That will be a press release. It's not going to be like a small, like, hey guys, surprise in Telegram. That's a big deal. Like I will wear a suit. Okay. And then here we go. Not a question, but the market is so flooded with shit coins right now. It really does seem like a lot of this is a marketing game. Yeah, you're right. A lot of it is a marketing game. I have seen a lot of coins that have absolutely no fundamentals at all, no real tangible people behind them, and they're doing well or relatively well. The people that pumped and dumped it are doing well. The other people who, seeked financial freedom are not doing well. The thing with marketing is, do you want to be known as a pump and dump scam coin, or do you want to have something that actually changes history in financial technology and crypto space and just people's lives in general? And that's what we're aiming to do. So the difference is, those coins will not be around. They will not be around in the next 6 months. Let's be honest. In the next probably 3 months, they'll be completely gone. And a lot of people that are getting into coins and creating these tokens are going to realize that it's not all fun and games. I've been dealing with this space for a very long time, and the development of a coin is extremely stressful. I'm a single dad with full custody of 2 beautiful children that I love so much. But I'll tell you, a lot of my time goes into this project. Uh, there's so many different personalities that are involved in this that you're constantly having to pet cats, if you know what I mean. And you can't pet every cat the same. So there's just that person factor, that personality factor, just that. Not to mention the development of the software of the coin, of different progressions of websites, of this, of that. It's a lot that goes into it. Communities, right? And the most hardest thing that a lot of people don't know why a lot of coins are not successful is the main reason. It's the hardest thing you can find. The software, the coding. Sure, it's hard. It takes a special person, takes a skill set, but that's the easy part. The hardest part is the relationships, the building relationships, the being able to do this stuff here, right? To articulate, to build relationships that are going to create business, that are going to create lifelong partnerships, that are actually going to bring EUNO Pay to fruition. And that's what we've been able to successfully render. So that is something that I'm extremely excited about. And it is something that differentiates a shit coin that is a pump and dump scheme that's named after a fucking dog or ass or cream pie or whatever those coins are, and something that is a real software that is going to be used, right? It's not vaporware. It's something that is usable. Okay, that's the difference. Let me see here. EUNO will be functional in 12 weeks in Euro and Asia, excuse me. When will be functional in the US. It will be functional in the US once we list on that major exchange that is US based. The reason being is we need liquidity, and that exchange is insured. It is insured. So a lot of these exchanges are still the Wild Wild West. Let's face it, the crypto is the Wild Wild West. So once it is listed on Coinbase, then we'll be able to plug and play. I'm also talking to a couple other exchanges, Gemini, Kraken, to name a few, Mandala, which is a new fan favorite I'm noticing in our group. I would like Coinbase to be the first one to integrate, EUNO Pay with, but the more the merrier, right? Why not? Why sit on our hands and wait? So yes, it will be available as soon as that is finished. A little history, why the name EUNO? So that's a great question. The name EUNO is actually Greek for intellect. So we didn't want to name ourselves after a dog or a bean or something, rather insignificant. For us, it's the expression of the mind into a digital format, to be able to think ideas and not just to conceptualize them, but to actually execute them. And that's what EUNO means. It means intellect. How have the conversations with Coinbase gone? That would be huge for this project. Absolutely, they would be huge for this project. So I have been nudging our major partner, to kind of get in their ear and figure out why it has taken a long time. So that is a good question. I'm constantly checking to see when we're going to be listed. We would obviously be listed on Coinbase Pro first to build liquidity, and then it would go to regular Coinbase. Perfect. Let's see. when you Spencer, when EUNO Pay hat. I don't like the hats on there, man. I got to create a hat. Like I need a dad hat like this with the EUNO logo. I'll definitely sport that joint. I'm actually gonna get a EUNO tattoo, the new logo, because it's nice. I'm gonna get that tatted on myself as soon as we launch EUNO Pay. When EUNO made its way to mass, do you think EUNO will mostly be traded against USD or BTC? Like when people want to buy EUNO, that is. I think that EUNO will not be traded against BTC as much as it is now. I think once it's been used and it has its use case and it's out into the wild, that eventually it will become a store of value. I think coins will be traded against EUNO. You know how mainly the most basic trading pair is BTC. I think EUNO will become that most basic trading pair. Okay. Let's see. Crypto. Jimmy, yeah. Well, because let's think about it. Most people that are in crypto, he said they are bad in marketing for crypto overall. The reason being is most people that are in crypto are what? They're nerds. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade, right? They're nerds. They don't really know what works for marketing. Just like usually people that are good at systems are not good at sales. It's the same thing. Now, luckily for me, I've been blessed and taught myself sales and been learning marketing. So here's the cool thing is I can have a conversation with a guy wearing a three-piece suit, and I can also have a conversation with a guy who likes Call of Duty and blockchain and NFT. So that is the beauty of what we have with our EUNO community. There's not just a bunch of nerds, if you have it. We understand how business works. We understand how relationship building, how key and paramount that is to a successful business, especially in our space. Let's see. Not sure if I'm way behind, but I would like to get the full story. Wait if most already know this. The full story of what, Ruben? So we are, this is being recorded if you want to check it out. Now, as far as the full story of EUNO, I kind of told it at the beginning. If you want to get the link to watch this after, it will be uploaded on the official EUNO YouTube. We'll get EUNO tat when we hit $1, no cap. Hey, dude, if we hit when we hit $1, it seems too easy to be honest with me. When we hit, I would say $2. When we hit $2, I will get the EUNO symbol tattooed on my ass, for sure. Now, guys, what I want you to do is, here we go. Hold on, give me 1 second. These questions just keep coming in. Does the partner have a deadline? The partner does not have a deadline, unfortunately. We do have an exclusivity clause with them starting at launch date. So that's the good thing. So the time is not ticking yet. It starts ticking at launch. Let me see. Is Coinbase Pro enough for us to launch, or do we need to wait for regular Coinbase? The way it works is Coinbase Pro is just like, picture this, Major League Baseball, right? There's what's called a minor league, a farm league, and you start here typically. And once you're ready to go, then you go here to the big leagues, okay? So you start here where there's maybe 200 people watching, and then you jump up to here where there's 100,000 people watching, right? So that's what's happening. That's how Coinbase Pro is. Coinbase Pro, usually coins are listed on Coinbase Pro to gain liquidity, to start the charts to fill up, right? Because on Coinbase Pro, you can set your bids and your sales wherever you want to do that. Now on Coinbase, it's all a market. Now think about it this way. Most people that have Coinbase and buy Bitcoin on Coinbase, how do they buy it? They just go to the app, they charge whatever card or bank account that they have on file, and they buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever, directly on the spot. So that is market price plus some. They're paying a premium for having that instantaneous service that's kind of barring down dummy proof, right? So anyone can buy crypto, which they've done a beautiful job at doing. So that's why Coinbase Pro is needed to build liquidity so that they can use Coinbase and buy at market. So that there's that liquidity. Just in case somebody comes in and wants to buy a shit ton or sell a shit ton, it is possible to do that, okay? Let's see. when you must be live. I don't know what that means. Sir, that's everything I'm doing in 6 months. I've heard 12 weeks. You know, pay to work. 12 weeks so part of it. Yes. Zealous Yahweh. Sir, your roadmap is within everything within 6 months, correct? And I've heard 12 weeks for the EUNO Pay to work. Is this 12 weeks still part of the within 6 months? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're on pace. We're good. So when I did that announcement, I made it so that I kind of patted myself, right? So I noticed a lot of crypto projects that I've been involved in as an investor and as a community member. They set these deadlines that sound great, right? In a perfect world, they sound great. But then when it comes down to it, they just don't meet that deadline. And when you do that, that's when the FUD starts sending, right? The fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And it creates a whirlwind of backlash and drama that we don't want any part of. So yeah, I'd rather under promise and over deliver than over promise and under deliver. Will banks also work as an exchange to buy EUNO? Yes, you will be able to buy EUNO on banks. How did you find out about Bitcoin back in 2014? Oh, that's a good question. So this when in 2014, I was a finance manager at the time, and during that training for Berkshire Hathaway, the finance director, the regional finance director, which he's long and retired, he pulled out during class this laminated card, and he said, "You see this? This is the future." And it was like this busted ass fucking card that was like falling apart in the corner, and it had like a QR code on it. And I said, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?" He's like, "This is worth more than any car in the world. This is worth more than anything and everything." And he told me what it was. It was Bitcoin. And he was explaining to me what Bitcoin was in the class. And he said it was a week or 2 week course that we were doing for finance there, advanced finance training through Berkshire Hathaway. And he said, anyone who's interested in this, it's the future. If you want to get in on this, what I want you to do is meet me in the hotel lobby at 7:00 tonight. I'll buy you a drink and I'll talk your ear off as to why Bitcoin is the future. And I'm a fucking nerd at heart. So I'm like, dude, say less, right? So this is in Dallas. I end up in the hotel lobby and I start talking to him about Bitcoin. And we have Jack and Cokes out the ass and we're having a good time. And I'm like, hey, this sounds great. Take my money. So I buy some Bitcoin and I go back to Phoenix and I'm working in Phoenix and I'm in the finance war room where we get all the deals done. And, it's like kind of the back office. And where I'm talking to some of my friends and there are other finance managers and they think I'm pretty much retarded. They think I'm stupid. They think it's a scam. They think I'm dumb for watching these charts and they're like, where is it? Like, how do you get it? Do you get it in the mail? I'm trying to explain to them what Bitcoin is. So I invested in that and against, the unpopular opinion to me on Bitcoin. And I bought into that. Well, then I turned that Bitcoin into Verge. And in 2017, John McAfee, I did an interview with John McAfee, by the way, it's on my YouTube, on EUNO's YouTube, if you're interested. He had some helping hand in the explosion of Verge, and it went well. And during that time, it's funny because a lot of people will naysay and be like, hey, it's a scam, like that's dumb, blah, blah. But then once you're doing good, then they want to come around and ask you questions. There's a lot of people now that it's, crypto is becoming more common, but it's still kind of frowned upon. Like a lot of people are like, it's like, Forex has a bad reputation. Those people that comment on your Instagram, hey, I made X amount with Mr. Jameson by changing my life to Forex and all that stuff. Well, most of that stuff is MLM stuff, multi-level marketing, if you're not familiar with it. They don't actually teach you how to trade Forex. They actually just enroll people and you get what's called an upstream from the people underneath you for signing people up. Now, if you're a Forex trader or a true Forex trader, hey, more power to you. But a lot of people don't do that. Let's see. Any more questions? This is our YouTube channel. Thank you, Jimmy. Elliot, recorded. I'll shout out my boy Dominic for getting me into EUNO a few years back. Hey, Elliot, dude, if you got into EUNO a few years back, some of the people that have been around with us since day one, what are you guys at? Like 100x right now, 60x? I don't know what your initial investment was, but a lot of you guys who got into EUNO a while back are at astronomical returns. And here's the beauty of it. We're just getting started. Like we're just getting to the point where stuff is happening. All the red tape with AML, right? The anti-money laundering laws, all this stuff with the KYC, know your customer. That's what took the longest, was just getting in front of this company to be able to pitch them, right? All I need to do is get in front of someone. And once I got in front of them, then it was like all the red tape with all the stigma that comes with cryptocurrency and money laundering and drugs and funding terrorism and all that good stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of people that are way up. Got my master node for 1,000 US dollars, and it was at $30,000 a node. So this guy had a 30x return. One of my colleagues is asking me, what is the underlying assets for Bitcoin? So a lot of people don't understand that it's not like the US dollar, which is supposedly tied to the Federal Reserve, right? To physical assets, AKA gold. The Bitcoin is different. Cryptocurrency is different. It's more like anything that is popular as far as like perceived value, right? And it is tangible when you can spend it. So thank God for EUNO Pay. Let's see. Got a master node. My first node was way less. His master node was $2,000. Well, guys, if there was ever a time to get into EUNO, it's now for sure. We are going to start marketing, and once we start marketing, these rooms are going to be a lot busier if we continue to have them, and the price definitely will see some action. What are your thoughts? Okay, what are your thoughts and fears as it pertains to federal regulations down the road coming for crypto as a whole? So there's a lot of good things and bad things with that, right? So crypto, and still today, is used for a lot of different reasons. I remember this. Here's the good reason. When I was a soldier, I was one of my tours in Iraq. We had soldiers from all over the world. They're called TCNs, third country nationals, right? Third world nationals, third country nationals. And they would do things like guard the dining facility, the little stores, the gas stations, stuff like that, right? The perimeter. And I remember I could always tell when it was payday for them, especially people from like Uganda or Congo, or even like the Philippines, Nepal. You would see them lined up outside of Western Union. And there would be people that would work the whole month to send the money back home. And they would spend with Western Union, and the fees were astronomical fees. Imagine you're in a war zone, working your ass off for your family, and you're standing in line for hours. I'm talking about 4 or 5 hours. These people stand in fucking Iraq. It's like 130 degrees out there. And they would be taxed to send money. Now, imagine if they could just send each other EUNO. Imagine that. That's when my mind opened up to cryptocurrency. That's when I realized that it is the future if done correctly. So that's a good reason to have crypto, to be able to send money back and forth instantaneously, low fees, super quick, right? No wire transfer fees, no waiting, no this, no that. Now, bad thing, people use it for nefarious wrongdoing, right? Like buying drugs on the internet, looking at bad websites that they shouldn't be looking at, buying weapons on the internet, all types of different things, ivory, a lot of things that might be illegal because they feel like they're not being tracked, right? It's not traceable. So that's kind of the federal regulations cracking down on it, just to make sure people aren't laundering money, people that are selling drugs and then washing their money through crypto. That's another danger that's there, right? People can sell a bunch of drugs and then exchange it for crypto and then cash out. But there's a bunch of different ways to do that, which I'm not going to go into. So to avoid taxation and stuff like that, I'm not going to get into all that. Here we go. My master node was around 2K. We are ready to go. Yep, absolutely. I want early for sure, but I guess looking back in a few years' time, I'll be happy. I wasn't early, but in a few years, looking back, you will be happy you did. Yeah, absolutely. Can verify the Ugandans always guard the DFAC in the gym? Yep, absolutely. Kendall, like these people, man, they would work their fucking ass off and sleep in these tents that were hot. Like they had like these AC swamp coolers in there. It was terrible, man. And these people were taken advantage of, man. They would pay premiums for cell phones. They would pay premiums to send money. It was ridiculous. And in that situation, cryptocurrency can help a lot of different countries. I mean, you look at countries like, where their native currency is in the dumps. This is something that is huge for them. Okay. You can send it in an instant around the world. They don't do that with cash, of course. Yeah, they don't do that with cash. And you know what they're not going to do? They're not going to do that with EUNO either. Let's see. Any other questions? Guys, I hope that you understand the importance of the future of financial technology. And not only the future of financial technology, but the future of you, your family, your kids, your grandkids, how they're going to spend money daily, day in and day out. Okay. With that being said, if you are not a proud EUNO holder, I highly suggest that you make it happen. So if you have my cell phone number, send me a text. I can help you out. I can arrange for you to get some. If you are on Telegram, again, make sure that you tag me at EUNO1 is my alias there on Telegram. I'll walk you through the steps and I'll make sure it's easy. Don't get discouraged. I do understand like crypto it has a high barrier entry to get into EUNO. I will make it as easy as possible. I'll front the money myself if I need to whatever, facilitate some sort of a purchase for you. I won't make any money on this. The reason why I'm doing this is because I know that me spending my time here, my hour and 22 minutes of my life here, I know that it will potentially change the lives of you guys if you take advantage of this opportunity. Let's be honest, man, not a lot of people in crypto are actually doing this. In fact, no one in crypto is doing webinars like this live where they're answering questions, taking their time, showing their face even rather, or actually doing something that has some sort of merit and a use case to it. So with that being said, I hope that you get your bag, whether big or small. It will turn into something, and I'm happy that you guys were here today. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. This is my Instagram handle. I want you all to follow me on Instagram so you can see that I am a real person and I do post about EUNO. And it is something that I'm very passionate about, and we're always going to continue to keep pushing it in the right direction. And I'm extremely excited. You have no idea how excited I am for what is about to happen to EUNO in our community. So with that, without further ado, if you guys have any more questions, reach out, and thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon. I'm going to put this recording on our YouTube, and you guys can share the link everywhere. It'll be on our Twitter. Follow me, Official Sharktino on IG, EUNO1 on people doing Saturday Night Live. Yeah, tanking coins, manipulating markets. Yeah, I'm not in that business. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Hank, thank you guys for showing up. There's a lot of you guys. There's more people than I expected. So if people enjoy this, I will do it more so. I will record myself. I will do live showing people how to do transactions, how to use the wallet. Once EUNO Pay gets closer and we launch, I'll show you the physical cards. I'll show you how to use it, how to navigate our universe, and how to make the best out of your life. So thank you guys so much. I love you too, Ruben. I love you, bro. And I love all my EUNO community members who came in here to support. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, you know what to do.